Hello guys, welcome to the 8th lecture of our Cursor AI for advanced users, and in this video we'll actually try to complete our BlogForge app that we are trying to build. Okay, so let's quickly do a quick recap of what we have built so far. So we have completed the UI, we have built the auth workflows, we have been allowing users to create blogs, create tags and attach blogs with tags. We also have a live preview of the blogs that the current user is trying to write in the Markdown format. We also fixed multiple backend logics, and we completed our auth workflows as well. Okay, so in this video, we'll actually talk about the drafts, right? So draft is something I want to happen when the user is trying to write a new blog and he clicks on the cancel button, right? So at that time, I would want him to maybe save this blog as a draft, and then later on he can access that blog. Draft basically means this blog is not published yet, right? But it basically will create an entry in the blogs with some flag saying like this blog is not published yet, right? And then he can go to the edit part and then basically save it there, and then finally the blog will be saved. Okay, we'll also implement the LinkedIn and Twitter with AI. Basically what it means is using AI and your blog that you have written along with the title and description to make it so that you can post it on LinkedIn as well, or maybe post it on Twitter as well. We'll use AI for this, right? So that the content gets converted into something professional that you can post on LinkedIn or something more around Twitters as well, right? We'll also do the feed part. So feed is something we haven't implemented it. Feed is basically for a user. The feed would mean all the blogs that has been published from others as well, sorted by date. Latest blogs first will be shown there. Okay, we'll also fix our active selection menu on the left sidebar. So right now, if you remember what we have done, this is what our app is, right? We have a create a new blog, and we can put a title, edit, write down our blog here using the Markdown format. This description, either you can write it manually or you can either use generate with AI to kind of generate the description based on the content and the title for it. Right, inside my blogs, it shows all the blogs that the user has published. We'll also have drafts here, but drafts right now is not working properly and everything is shown as draft, which we don't want, right? And tags, users can create tags here, and what he can do is he can go to his blog and go to edit, and here he can attach those tags to the blogs, right? So this is what is there. And then we have our profile as well. In profile, we have good statistics as well. The name, the email, and whatever, and blog statistics, basically how many posts he has published. Published post, here it is showing as 0, but it should be 4, and draft should be 0 because all are published. Tags are 2, right? And then we have a logout as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is first let's go and fix this part, right? Where clicking on this my blogs should actually activate this item. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'm going to pass it to Cursor, and I'm going to say remove this context. We need only the image, and now we can say the left sidebar doesn't show the active page. Always the feed is active. Okay, please fix this based on the item clicked. Okay, so I'm gonna just press enter, or actually it should be based on the item clicked or based on what URL is there, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is, for example, if we are on my blogs and if I do a refresh as well, then also this my blog should be active, right? So this is what I want to tell, and based on what URL is there, the sidebar item should be highlighted or active, right? So this context is enough. Let me press enter here and let's see what Cursor interprets this context and what it implements for us. Okay, so looks like Cursor has done all the changes, and I'm going to do is I'm going to say please kill the app and run it again for me. Okay, so let it do let the cursor run the app, and then we'll quickly verify it whether it's working correctly or not. Okay, so our app is running. Let me go back and let me here refresh this, and my blogs is active here. If we go to tags, tags are not active. If I refresh this refresh this, we are refreshing and tags is still active. So this bug is fixed. Now what we can do is let's go back to our notes and let's see what we have to work on. So we will next work on the feed part. Feed is very interesting. So what we can do is we can tell cursor, okay, so this looks good. So what I'm going to do is let's implement the feed part for a user. Feed should show all the blogs published by different users sorted by latest first, right? And in the feed we will have multiple blogs, right? So and each blog should be rendered like a card, showing title, description and author name, right? So this is what I want. And then what we can also have is clicking on a blog should open an overlay rendering the content of the blog, right? So this is a quite big prompt, but let's see what cursor does here. So what we are saying is we are talking about this part, so feed part. In the feed here we want all the blogs published by different users for a user sorted by date, latest first. And when we click on that blog, so for example, let's say one item is like this, it's showing title and description and published by the author name. And when we click on it, an overlay should appear at the top rendering the content of the blog. So this is what I want. So let me go back and see what cursor is doing, and we'll say keep everything fine. And okay, so cursor has done all the stuff. Let's quickly review the steps that it has done for implementing this feature. Implement feed functionality with published blog from all users. Create feed route to fetch all published posts. Create feed template with blog cards. Implement blog overlay for viewing full content. Style feed cards and overlay with modern design. So this looks good to me. So I'm going to just say run and let the app run. So we'll go back and we will refresh this. This is very interesting. And we have a very weird kind of a thing. Why is that? I'm guessing even my blog should be here, but if I go to my drafts, right now everything is in draft, and my blogs also this shows this. So I'm guessing probably no published blogs yet be the first to publish a new blog. So if I go here, I can go to start creating a blog, but in my feed I should be able to see all the blogs. So why is it not there? So let's go back and I'm gonna say I have published 4 blogs before, and I'm guessing that probably something wrong with the is published flag. So I'm gonna say what's the logic behind is published, right? So I'm gonna go to the ask mode here actually, and I'm gonna say show me the logic behind is published, right? I think that has got to do something with like why it is not showing all the blogs. Okay, so we're gonna see let me check the current logic behind is published in a code base. So let's quickly go up. Is published at all new posts are created with is published is equal to false. So this is something that we shouldn't be doing. All new post, whenever it's saved or created, it should be done with is published is equal to true, right? So what we can think about here is, guys, we can actually work on this feature, right? So in new blog, whenever the blog is published, make sure is published is true, right? Even for the auto save in edit mode, the is published should be true, and it should go to draft only for these cases. Okay, so let's make those changes first. So I'll say let's implement the draft feature, right? So I'm going to say, and I'm going to go to agent mode. I'm going to say when the user creates a blog, it should be saved with is published to true, right? When the user edits a blog, right? So when the user edits a blog and save it, make sure the is published flag is true as well. Even for auto save, make sure is published gets true, right? Drafts happen when user presses cancel while creating a new blog, right? And we should ask user if he wants to be saved it as a draft. Okay, so this is how generally the draft feature works. So what I'm saying is, let me go back, right? So when we're creating a new blog here, if let's say we have written something, here we have written something, and here we have written something, right? So when we press cancel here, right, so we have some contents here. So what we should do, we should prompt the user to kind of, maybe if you want to save it as a draft, and then that would be saved as a draft. Otherwise, for other blogs, when we create and we click on the save button, it should be saved as is published to true, right? So this is what I want. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see what the cursor is doing. We'll keep everything. And what else? Keep this as well. Okay, so looks like the cursor has done all the changes for us. So we can go back now, and let's go back. Let's refresh this, and let's go to drafts, and let's go to my blogs. And right now what I want is to see this feed first. I'm going to just say to cursor that whatever blogs are there in the database, just mark is published as true, right? This is very interesting. So let's do that. So for all the blogs in the database, mark is published as true, right? So let's see, maybe it will generate a script or something. So let's see what it does. Yeah, it is generating a script. So this script will basically mark everything as true for all the blogs currently in our database. So we'll say run. Command not found Python. I think it should be Python 3. So let's say run. So all the blogs have been successfully marked as this one, right? Is published as true. So let's go back now. Yeah, we can go back and let me refresh this. So this is fine. Let's go to drafts now and refresh this. Even in drafts right now, it's published. So I think it is currently showing published here. So I think this rendering part is something. And this is also bad, like this multiple buttons are getting highlighted. So we'll fix this later on, fine. So let's go to feed now, and in feed we have it, right? Discover amazing blogs for the community. We have the author name, we have the this, and we have the date as well. Can we click on this? Right now we cannot click on this, so this is something we need to fix, right? So okay, let's fix the feed first, and then we'll fix on this UI part later on. Okay, let's fix this first. So clicking on any blog in the feed should allow us to open an overlay where I can see the contents of the blog. Okay, so let's go back and say clicking on any blog in the feed should show the blog contents, right? Should show the blog contents in a overlay UI. Okay, so let's do this and let's see what cursor does. So we are able to click here on the blog, and I can see some requests getting made as well, but I'm not able to see the overlay. So let's give this information to cursor. So I am able to click the blog in the feed, but the overlay is not getting shown. Okay, so we are able to click it. We can verify it from the network request, but we are not able to see the overlay UI. So that is a bit weird. So looks like cursor has done a few things, and it has actually added some debug logs here. So let's quickly check, and let's refresh this, and let's click now on a blog, and still we don't see the blog. So let me go to inspect actually and go to console, showing overlay, blog cart click, post ID showing overlay, blog cart click showing overlay. So it's saying that it's trying to showing overlay is getting correctly logged. And then if we have any logs here and here, okay, so error, we didn't see any error here, but we should be able to see the response, it is getting properly, that is fine, right? But the overlay is not there. So this is the UI. Let's see if we can find this UI here. So let's write overlay title, right? So overlay title, and okay, so this is where the UI is. This is not what we want. We want it in something at the top of the entire page, right? So this is what we want. So I'll say to cursor that yes, I am seeing the UI, but I'm gonna say yes, I can see the overlay, but I would want it to come above the entire UI, right? So this is how we want, like something like this. So for example, this should be like taking the entire page, and then I can just click on close button to go back to see my feed again. So yeah, let's see cursor, what cursor does now. Okay, so looks like the cursor has fixed it. Let me go back and refresh this. We don't have anything below. Let's click here, and yes, this is the blog, and this looks good to me. And let's actually click the bigger one which we wrote, this one. And this is what it looks like: the title, the avatar URL of the person, and the person name, and this is the description and the tags attached with this blog, and this is where the entire blog looks like, and this is scrollable as well. Okay, so let's close this, and this is what my feed looks like. This is what my blogs look like. If I go to drafts, in the drafts I can see there are two issues right now. For the draft, both the blogs and the drafts are highlighted. Only the draft should be highlighted. So accordingly, it should be updating based on the URL, right? And since they are all published, they should not be part of the draft here. Okay. Okay. So in the draft, what it should be there is these should not be shown because they are all published. And let me check this feature actually. So if I go to hello world, and then first program in hello world Python, and let's generate the description with AI, and field to generate description. Okay, this is fine. So I'm gonna just say hello world description, right? And then I'm gonna just say cancel. And this is where it actually opened the blog, but it should have opened here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So this is something that we should be fixing. And discard changes, and save as draft is also not seeing. So if I click here, so it is saved in the draft. So if I go to draft now, it is appearing here. And if I go to my blogs, in my blogs also the drafts are here. So basically, based on this, I'm just going to say that, hey, in my blogs, show everything that are published, but not on drafts, but inside drafts show only thing that are there in the drafts. Okay, so first thing, let's fix this one, right? The UI that we got after that. So actually, let me take the screenshot again. So hello world title, copy this, paste here, title, description, and then hello world body, and then we're going to say cancel. And then this is the UI that we can't see the save changes, and these changes should be coming as an overlay. Okay, so let's take the screenshot for this, and let's go to cursor. I'm going to say here, then I'm going to say right? So we have enough context for our prompt. Now let's say, please fix the draft dialog. It should come above the UI, even save as draft is not visible. Okay, so let's pass this to cursor and let's see what UI it fixes. Okay, so finally we were able to fix our draft modal, and this is what it looks like right now. And if I do save as draft here, so the changes will be saved even to my blogs as well right now. But we want to fix this only in my blogs, only show the one that are published, and in the drafts show the only ones that are in draft mode. Okay, so let's do this. So let's fix first for the blogs part. Okay, so when I click on my blogs, right, so let me pass the screenshot. When I click on my blogs, in the left sidebar, show only the published blogs by me. Okay, so this is something we'll do for my blogs. And then when we go to drafts, first we have to fix this double highlighter UI, and when we are on the drafts, we only want to show the drafts part. Okay, so let's first fix the first one and then we'll fix the second one. Okay, so now this bug is also fixed. When we are drafts, we are only showing the drafts here, and we are going to the blogs, we are only showing the blogs that are published. So this is also fixed. So right now we have fixed a lot of stuff. We have the feed as well. You can try fixing this one. If you're not facing this, then it's fine. Then you can go to my blogs and it shows only the blogs that are published. Then you can go to drafts, it shows only the blogs that are in draft mode. And whenever you click on something, you can go and edit it as well. Right, so when you edit it, you can when you're in the draft mode, you can go to edit mode, and when you are ready to publish it, you can just click save here and it will save our blog. Right, so this is also very nice. We can go to tags, we can add a tag, and we can attach our blogs with these tags as well. So right now things are looking very good, and the only thing right now we are left with is repurposing a blog to LinkedIn, or basically generating a tweet out of that as well. So this is something we'll do in the next one. This was a long video, and we fixed a lot of stuff, and our app is now shaping up to be really good. And I especially like the overlay it kind of created for the draft thing, right? This one looks really good. I can click on continue editing, so I can stay here only. If I click on discard changes, I will move away from here to my blogs as well. So this is also very nice. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.